brothers and sisters, you are all seeing what is taking place around the world, what is happening.
We're just getting this breaking news now as we come back to air that Israel has launched a preventative attack against Iran.
What I want to do, inshallah ta'ala, is I want to talk about the Shia from two perspectives. The first one is the Shia historically. Where did they come from? Who are they? Who is their founder? And secondly, my brothers and sisters, I want to talk about their belief. What do they believe? The term Ash-Shia just means group in the Arabic language. But when the scholars refer to it and they say Ash-Shia or the Shia, they mean a people who have a certain belief. And the reality of the matter is we can't wiggle out of it. We have to accept it and acknowledge it. And it's something that the Shia and also the Sunnis all agree upon. A person by the name of Abdullah ibn Saba, he had a role in creating this group. Abdullah ibn Saba was a Yahudi man who falsely, deceptively claimed to be a Muslim. His objective, without a doubt, was to destroy Islam within. This individual, Abdullah ibn Saba al-Yahudi, came with a belief known as Al-Wasiyyah. He claimed that Nabiullah Muhammad, he appointed someone after his death. And that person is Ali ibn Abi Talib. The person who should have taken after the Prophet ﷺ the Khilafah. He should have been in charge. This is the belief that Abdullah ibn Saba al-Yahudi mentioned. He called it the belief of Al-Wasiyyah. He used to believe this about Yusha. He used to say Yusha was the person who had to be in charge, the leader after Musa alayhi salam. So even within the Jews or the Yahud, he was extreme. They used to see him as a heretic. And the same ideology, he brought it into Islam. His aim and objective of embracing Islam was to destroy Islam. He also came with a second belief known as Ar-Raj. He said that Nabiullah Muhammad is going to come back like Isa alayhi salam is coming back. He said, how can you claim that Isa, who is not as great as Nabiullah Muhammad, is coming back? But Nabiullah Muhammad is not coming back. And then he used the verse in the Quran where Allah said, إِنَّ الَّذِي فَرَضَ عَلَيْكَ الْقُرْآنَ لَرَادُّكَ إِلَى مَعَادٍ. He used that verse and said that this verse shows that Nabiullah Muhammad is going to come back. Because Allah said, لَرَادُّكَ إِلَى مَعَادٍ. But the verse doesn't mean that whatsoever. The verse is telling Nabiullah Muhammad, as you have left Mecca and you were exiled from Mecca to Medina, you will return to Mecca and you will be back to your place you were born. He also came with a third belief which he pushed. Ali ibn Abi Talib is an ilah. And they pushed this ideology, or he, Abdullah ibn Saba, pushed this ideology and his followers, known as the Saba'iyyah, they pushed this ideology at the time that Ali ibn Abi Talib was alive. And Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when he heard and he saw this belief spreading and what they were saying, what did he do to them? He took them and he burnt them alive. And that's why he said in his line of poetry, لَمَّا رَأَيْتُ الْأَمْرَ أَمْرًا مُنْكَرًا أَجَجْتُ نَارِي وَدَعُوتُ قَنْبَرًا. When I saw that the matter was severe, when I saw that these people, what they are saying is very, very evil, what did I do? أَجَجْتُ نَارِي, I ignited my fire, وَدَعُوتُ قَنْبَرًا, and I called on a man by the name of Qambar. Qambar was the general of the army of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He said, I called him and I told him, ignite the fire for me, and we threw them into the fire. My brothers and sisters, there are many groups within the Shia. The first group being known as the Saba'iyyah, and they are kuffarun bi ijma'i ahli al-ilm. They are kuffar by consensus. They go back to Abdullah ibn Saba al-Yahudi. The second group are known as the Ghurabiyyah. Al-Ghurabiyyah are a group of the Shia who believe when Jibreel alayhi salam came, he couldn't distinguish and differentiate between Ali and Nabiullah Muhammad. He couldn't. So he incorrectly gave the prophecy to who? To Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They're known as Al-Ghurabiyyah. They are kuffarun bi ijma'i ahli al-ilm. They are firqa batiniyah. The third group is known as Nusayriyyah, they go back to a man by the name of Muhammad ibn Nusayr. They're firqa batiniyah. They call themselves Alawis. After the istimar, after the colonies or the colonizers came, they rebranded themselves and they call themselves Alawis. And this was the group that Hafidh al-Asad and Bashar, his father, and him and his family, this is the belief that they held. And Ibn Taymiyyah said about this group, أكفر من اليهود والنصارى. They are more of a disbeliever than the Christians and the Jews. They don't accept the wajibat that the Quran commands and the obligations that are in the Quran and the Sunnah, they reject it. They permit for themselves things which are haramun bi ijma'i ahli al-ilmi. And by the way, that when they say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, they don't mean Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allah as in Allah Azza wa Jalla. They mean Ali ibn Abi Talib. Rather, they say Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Haydaratul Anza'ul Batin. And they're referring to as Al-Haydaratul Anza'ul Batin, Ali ibn Abi Talib. They've taken Ali to a level of what? Uluhiyyah. They worship him besides Allah, or they worship him, Ali ibn Abi Talib. There is a fourth group within the firqatu Ash-Shia known as Al-Qaramitah. The Qaramitah, they go back to a man by the name of Hamdan ibn Qurmut, who, when the year was 317, went to the Kaaba, my brothers and sisters, and he killed the Hujjaj who were doing tawaf around the Kaaba. At the time, Abu Tahir al-Qurmut was the man who was the general of that army, who went to wage war on the people who were doing Hajj, who circumambulating around the Kaaba. He went to the Kaaba, فاستباح, he made permissible for himself the blood of the Muslims who were circumambulating around the Kaaba. He permitted it for himself. He killed them. He massacred the people. Their juthath, their bodies, he grabbed them and he threw them into the well of Zamzam. And then he sat على عتبة الكعبة. He sat at the door of the Kaaba. ويصيح, and he started to scream by saying أنا بالله وبالله أنا يخلق الخلق وأفنيهم أنا. He's saying, I am by Allah, and by Allah I am. He's saying, I create the creation and I am the one that's going to massacre them. He took from the Kaaba the black stone, kept it for 22 years. The Qaramitah, they kept it. After sicknesses and wars and etc., they thought, okay, maybe it's because of the black stone that we are seeing these illnesses and these wars and these internal issues. Let's return the black stone. And so they returned it back to Mecca. That was the fourth group. The fifth group, known as the Druze. They permit for themselves the haram that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala prohibited. Wajibat, they don't see it obligatory on themselves. Actually, they hate the Muslims and they reside in Lebanon, in Syria, in Palestine. And if you look at what's happening in Palestine, you will see they are high-ranked members of the IDF. Druze, they are called. Ad-Druze. The sixth group is Al-Ismailyah. Firqa Batiniyah as well. They live in India. They also reside in Saudi Arabia, in Najran. The Shia in Saudi Arabia are two types. There is the Rafidah who live in Qatif, and they live in Khubar. And then there's the Nakhalatu Ta'ifatin min Shia Ithna Ashariyyah, who they reside in Medina. And then you have the second group, which is Al-Ismailiyah, who are also called Mukarimah. They live in Najran, the Ismailiyah. And if you look at the Ithna Ashariyyah and the other groups and the Nusairiyyah, they make takfir of the Ismailiyah, they takfir of each other. My brothers and sisters, I want to share with you guys what happened after Nabiullah Muhammad passed away. What is it that took place? What is the actual story? What is the correct narrative? How and what and where and when? I want to answer all those questions that are running in every single one of you guys' minds. Inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, release a series where I go through the historical events that took place after Nabiullah Muhammad passed away, alayhi salatu wassalam. I, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, will be taking it from sources that the Sunnis use and sources of the Shia and compare them, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem. After I mention the historical development and how it occurred and what happened, I will then inshallah ta'ala go into the aqeedah and the beliefs that they hold. The group that I'm going to inshallah ta'ala focus on the most, as they are the biggest group, is the Rafidah, who are also called Al-Imamiyyah Ithna Ashariyyah. This group is the one that I'm going to focus the most on. If you want inshallah ta'ala to watch this series, to learn more about this, then my brothers and sisters, go to the website rahmaniyah.com and you will find it there bi'idhnillahi al-kareem. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakumullahu khayran. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.